People seek a safe haven. They think the U.S. dollar is a safe haven for historical reasons. It's not a safe haven, but people think it is. No, I still own a lot of U.S. dollars. Haven't sold any. It's going to get overpriced. It could conceivably turn into a bubble, depending on how bad things get in the world. I stopped buying gold and silver in 2010, except as gifts and things. I started buying again last summer. I have gold, I have silver. I bought more recently, and I will probably continue to buy both gold and silver. More silver than gold now, because silver is down much more. In 2007, a lot of smart people said this is going to be bad. We better get into cash, and they bought Icelandic krona. So when you say cash, what leads to my next statement, which cash? Right now the euro. Many people are skeptical of the euro. Pound sterling. Oh, please, come on. I love the UK, but that's not even a semi-sound currency anymore. Swiss franc. The Swiss National Bank. 30 years ago, if the people in Switzerland knew what the Swiss National Bank was going to be doing in 2020, they would have executed all of it, or they would have exiled them. Maybe not they would have exiled all of it, because the Swiss franc is being so debased. Japanese yen. Japan's got staggering debt going up every day, population declining for 10 years. Which currency? That's part of the problem. A part of the situation, I should say. But we will certainly lose more currencies. Will we lose some of the majors this time around? There are lots of politicians who are already trying to break up the EU, and Britain's success may encourage them to break up the EU, so the euro could split up. As you know, when the U.S. gets angry at somebody, they cut them off from using U.S. dollars. Well, there are some people in the world, and the U.S. has gotten very arrogant about it and overbearing in the last decade or so. So there's some people who are saying, wait a minute, this is not fair. This is not the way it should be. A reserve currency, a medium of exchange, is not supposed to be subject to political whims or bureaucrats or politicians. So the Chinese, the Russians, the Iranians, the Brazilians, there is a movement afoot already to come up with a competing currency. It hasn't, nobody's using it yet, but there is competition led by the Chinese, I guess, probably not just the Chinese, the Iranians, or other people too, who are trying to figure out a way to have a competing currency and even a competing bank, someone to compete with the IMF and the World Bank, because they say those institutions are in the pocket of the U.S., and that's not fair. So it's happening. It's going to happen one way or the other. It depends on how fast the crisis happens. A crisis would accelerate it, or a crisis may make us all revert to, I don't know, computer money or gold, or who knows what we'll try. Blockchain is different from cryptocurrencies. Blockchain has a staggering future. Blockchain is going to change everything we know. It's going to put a lot of people out of business and a lot of people out of work. Blockchain is another miracle, technological miracle, and it's great. Cryptocurrencies are all going to disappear and go to zero. Many of them already have disappeared, as you know, and gone to zero. The rest of them will too. Now, let me add to that. Money is going to be on the computer. Money is going to be on the internet. It already is in China. You cannot take a taxi in China with money. You cannot buy an ice cream in China with money. They're far ahead of us. Everybody's money's on their phone, is on their computer now. And so it's happening. But it's their money. It's government money. It's not your money or my money. Now, governments love this. Money is expensive to print, to transport, to account for, to handle. So governments would love to get rid of money. More important, from the government's point of view, it gives them complete control. They will be able to call you up, Martin, and say, Martin, you've had too many beers this month. Drinking so much beer or coffee or whatever it is you're going to drink too
Okay,
much.
yes.
You say, you've been to the pub too much this month, Martin. Cut it out. So governments love it. Do I love it? No, of course not. For me, it's terrible. But the governments are going to do it their way. Now, the crypto guys say, wait a minute, Jim, we're smarter than the government. And Martin, they are. But the government has the guns. You may remember that 100 years ago, well, you might not remember, but you probably read about, people could use whatever they wanted for money. Gold, silver, seashells. Banks could legally print their own money. And then in the 1930s, the Bank of England said, starting tomorrow, it is an act of treason to use anything as money except our money. Well, Martin, treason means they execute you. So people stopped using seashells and gold and silver and other things, and that will happen again. Do I like it? No. But the governments have the guns. And if they say we're going to execute you if you use something else's money, you're going to use their money.